Mommy, come jump with me. I stood on our back porch looking at my 5-year-old daughter Amy jumping on the trampoline in our backyard. You never play with me, Mommy. Why can't you jump on the trampoline with me? It was like a knife to the heart when my daughter said that. Oh, sweetie, I just can't. Deep down, thinking to myself, I can't jump, sneeze, laugh, or cough without peeing my pants. Was I the world's worst mother? Hi, I'm Chelsea, and a short while ago, I was convinced that I was losing control of my body forever. I thought that I would never be able to stop myself from peeing my pants when I sneezed, or coughed, or worked out, or laughed. And if you've ever dealt with embarrassing accidental leakage, this message is definitely for you. Believe me, I know how much it can affect the quality of life. When my daughter was born 5 years ago, I recovered quickly without any issues. You can imagine my shock 4 years later when Jack was born, and my recovery was much slower. And it was right after this that I started experiencing this annoying and sometimes humiliating problem. I couldn't go anywhere without the worry that something would trigger it, and I would end up with wet underwear. Everyday tasks like lifting shopping bags or walking up a flight of stairs became an annoyance. I started to lose my interest in being intimate, and I felt incredibly guilty every time I told my husband that I wasn't in the mood. Over the next few months, I found myself becoming more depressed day after day. Every time I looked in the mirror, every time my husband touched me, every time I attempted to work out, every time my daughter asked me to jump on the trampoline with her, every time I had to use a panty liner, every time I sneezed, coughed, laughed too hard, I hated it. My incontinence was getting to be more than just a simple inconvenience. And I know I had to do something quickly. So I went to see several doctors, and I quickly discovered that they had no real answer to my problem. They prescribed muscle relaxers and pain medication, and suggested I do regular Kegel exercises to strengthen my pelvic floor. I even had Botox injected into my bladder, and let me tell you, that was no picnic. A few doctors suggested that surgery was the only solution. But after hearing about the high failure rate and what the procedure entailed, it scared me to death. We literally spent thousands of dollars, and I still had no real answer. The sad truth is, most doctors have been taught to treat problems with medication or invasive surgery. They don't seem to have any idea of how to address a situation naturally. Regular healthcare had failed me, along with millions of other women just like you. One night, I went out to have drinks with my girlfriends. We hadn't seen each other in some time and had a great time catching up. Amy, one of my dearest friends, recently had her 3rd child, and we all wanted to know how she was coping. You getting any sleep? How's the baby doing? No problems breastfeeding? And then one of them said, Have you peed your pants yet? Wait, what? It's happened to you? I asked. All the girls now laughing, telling stories about when and where it's happened to them after their children's births. I left that night feeling a bit better, but I just couldn't accept that I had to live with this embarrassing problem for the rest of my life. There had to be a way to solve this. There had to be a solution for those of us suffering in silence and in shame. I know that my experience is not unique. In fact, the number of women suffering from urinary incontinence is staggering. Over 25% of women between the ages of 40 to 59 years old, almost 10% of women between 20 to 39 years old, 37% of women between the ages of 60 to 79 years old, and almost 50% of women over 80 years old. As women get older, or after childbirth, we sometimes lose control over some of the pelvic organs, such as the bladder, and experience urine leaking, pelvic pressure, or even bladder prolapse. Issues that we are led to believe are normal, part of being a woman. And the leading cause of these staggering numbers is because these disorders go unaddressed. It's the main reason that so many of our elderly have incontinence issues. And if you're on this page right now, I know you've probably experienced or are currently experiencing the exact same problem. too many doctors offering different opinions with no idea of how to help. Too many suggestions that we just live with it or that it's just a part of aging. Just because something is common doesn't mean you have to accept it. And you definitely don't have to shut your eyes and live with it. If you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can deal with this humiliating problem the natural way, no matter your age or how long you've struggled with accidental leakage. And best of all, you can do it from the comfort of your own home in less than 10 seconds a day. Yes, there is an easy, gentle, effective way to handle your incontinence issues and give you back more control over your bladder. But before I do, I want you to know, if you leak every time you sneeze or cough, if you have to be near a bathroom all the time, if you're always worried about what to wear that won't show, if you are a slave to panty liners or adult diapers, or if you've given birth and just don't feel the same down there anymore, I'm here to share today what I've discovered that will finally help put an end to all the discomfort and embarrassment you're experiencing. I want to show you how you can regain more control over your body again. Feel liberated, carefree, and confident without having to stress so much about accidental leakage. Look sexy, wearing whatever you want without the same worry about bulky panty liners. Reduce your fear or inhibitions about the freedom to do the things that you love. You can address your symptoms easily and from the comfort of your own home and reclaim your confidence and feel great being a woman again. You can have all of this and so much more by simply staying with me for the next few minutes. Pay close attention because you need to know that this 10-second bladder control hack is not a bunch of complicated exercises, is not a special diet, and has nothing to do with crazy contraptions or invasive surgery. It is a 100% natural solution that will help you improve the muscle strength and tone in your pelvic floor and sphincter to help get back control of your bladder and make those humiliating leakage issues a thing of the past. It doesn't matter if you're 25, 45, 65 years, or older. It doesn't matter if you've tried weird exercises, devices, or medication before and failed. But before we go any further, let me tell you how I came across this life-changing solution. So there I was. After months of doctor's visits and wasted money, I was still no closer to ending my incontinence problem. I was always worried about leaking through my clothing, so I stayed indoors a lot more. One day, I was feeling particularly down, so I called in sick. I sat in my pajamas in front of my laptop, and I started to search for ways to heal my incontinence issue. I simply couldn't continue like this and was getting desperate to find a solution. So I spent the entire day reading research studies, forum posts, and stories from people all around the world. I was shocked to find out that Kegel exercises and crunches, which most doctors recommended, was mostly a waste of time because women suffering from incontinence and leakage actually have an imbalance in their core muscles, and exercise does very little to correct that imbalance. I also read that doing too many Kegels or doing it wrong might even cause you to leak more. It is called the pelvic floor dyssynergia, or pelvic floor dysfunction, and it can lead to severe issues like difficult or painful urination, constipation, pain during bowel movements, pain in the lower back, pelvis, hips, and genitals, pain during intercourse, and painful pelvic floor spasms. Doing Kegel exercises correctly involves complicated and precise techniques. You have to breathe correctly, keep the right posture, and do them in 100% proper form. If you're not doing this, you may be damaging your pelvic muscle even more and do more harm than good. You see, the pelvic floor is a network of muscles that hold your bladder, uterus, and bowels. The diaphragm and abdominal wall muscles support the pelvic floor and work together as a unit called the abdominal canister. When you urinate or have a bowel movement, the pelvic floor relaxes. When it contracts, it stops the flow of urine, tightens the vaginal opening, and prevents us from passing stool or gas. However, when these muscles are not functioning as a unit, it becomes the primary cause of accidental leakage and incontinence. But that is not the only possible issue. The separation of your middle abdominal muscles can also occur. The linea alba, the tissue between your abdominals, can become too thin and stretched out and cause a gap or bulging appearance on your belly. Sometimes those muscles don't fully heal, and the main culprits are weight gain and childbirth. Your pelvic floor, abdominal wall, and breathing muscles are no longer working together as a unit, and this creates weakness and general dysfunction in all parts. Most women punish themselves with starvation diets and back-breaking crunches to strengthen their pelvic floor muscles and flatten their bellies without ever seeing any real results. Leaking alone affects nearly 400 million people worldwide. 25 million of these people are Americans, and nearly 80% of those are women. That's millions of women in the US alone. Women who turn to expensive and dangerous surgeries in order to repair their pelvic floors or abdominal separations, but they are finding that their problems may only get worse with the complications that follow. It became clear to me that medical science offered little help besides surgery. I refused to give up, and I continued my search. Later, I stumbled on a post from a 45-year-old woman who claimed to have gotten excellent results from the daily use of two herb extracts, horsetail and lindera. According to her, she added a little of each extract to her morning tea, and after a few weeks of continuous use, she had more control over her bladder and her accidents were down by 80%. This really sparked my interest, and I did more research on the plants she mentioned. I discovered that the Romans and Greeks used horsetail for medicinal purposes hundreds of years ago. It became very popular as a wound healer and to treat urinary tract infections. In the 19th century, horsetail gained popularity as a diuretic, a substance that promotes the production of more urine in the body. By increasing urine production, horsetail helps tone the urinary tract to its natural condition. The bladder is forced to restore more regular operation by frequent urination and helps the body eliminate toxins. Later on, it was also discovered that horsetail proved successful in mitigating urinary incontinence. Horsetail is also rich in silica, one of the core minerals found in the body's support structures, such as bones, teeth, and collagen. Collagen is the major component of the bladder's walls. Therefore, horsetail helps to strengthen the bladder and improve control. The other plant she mentioned was lindera, also known as evergreen lindera, or Japanese evergreen spicebush, a shrub mostly found in Asia. In the East, it is known as a miracle herb with a variety of uses, including improving digestion and a painkiller. Lindera has been used in Chinese medicine for centuries and is commonly used to treat painful menstruation, nocturnal urination, and abdominal pain, and to help children with enuresis, more commonly known as bedwetting. Reading about the benefits of horsetail in lindera, it made sense that these herbs could actually have a positive effect in reducing my own problem. I continued reading the post and saw something else mentioned in a comment near the bottom of the page: three-leaved caper. I'd never heard of this before, and immediately typed it into my search engine. I discovered that three-leaved caper was also known as varuna bark, a plant native to India, and have been used for centuries to treat renal issues, painful menstruation, and abdominal disorders. Medical research has proved its effectiveness in minimizing prostatic hypertrophy, which is the inability to pass urine properly due to a possible enlarged prostate, and it also helps with the strengthening of bladder muscles. It does this by strengthening the detrusor muscle, which lines the bladder, thus helping in the expulsion of urine. This way, no stagnation occurs, which can be a significant cause of leaking. As I continued my inquiry, I found many other people singing the praises of either horsetail, lindera, or three-leaved caper. The strange thing was, not one of these people mentioned taking all three of these herbs together. Since all three of these herbs have been used to treat urinary and bladder issues naturally for centuries, it only made sense that taking them together would have an even greater effect on bladder control issues. And that is where my research took me next. I came across a controlled study that was conducted in 2015. All three of these herbs were tested on 150 individual participants with overactive bladder and urinary incontinence issues. Half of all the participants were given a combination of all three herb extracts, and the other half were given a placebo. Data were collected at 2, 4, and 8-week intervals. After 8 weeks, urinary frequency, urgency, and overall incontinence were significantly lower after treatment compared to the placebo. The study also showed that no side effects were observed during the test. Exhilaration flooded through my body as I read the full report. That was it, the answer I've been searching for. I had to get my hands on these herb extracts as soon as possible, but then I hit another snag. After hunting around for 2 more hours, it proved that sourcing horsetail, lindera, and 3-leaved caper extracts in its purest form proved harder than I expected. It either came mixed with other extracts or were diluted in some way. The ones that claimed to be 100% pure and undiluted had to be imported and were very expensive. At that stage, my eyes were burning from looking at the laptop screen all day. I was just about to take a lunch break when I noticed a product with a peculiar name in one of my search results. I clicked the link and started to read the page. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was staring right at it. An all-in-one supplement that not only combined horsetail, lindera, and 3-leaved caper in its purest form, but also in the exact quantities that were clinically proven to have the best results. I read through the entire page and immediately ordered a 2-month supply. A few days later, the package arrived, and I immediately opened one of the bottles and took 2 capsules. And I continued with it, 2 capsules before breakfast each and every morning. The first week went by, and I didn't really notice much of a difference. I still leaked when I had the occasional sneeze or laughed too hard. But I continued with my new daily ritual. It was about 2 weeks later that I noticed that I had to go to the bathroom less frequently during the day. Usually when I got the urge to urinate, I had to get to a toilet very quickly. But now it feels less urgent. I could pick up my daughter without leaking a few drops like I usually did. Each and every day, I observed little improvements. My usual 15+ daily visits to the bathroom were now down to 8 or less. And my nighttime visits were down to once or twice maximum. Most days, I didn't even have to swap out my panty liner. It was working. I was even able to join Amy on the trampoline for a few minutes without worrying about any accidents. My libido returned with vigor, and my orgasms were way more intense than I could remember. For the first time in years, I felt like the old me. I finally felt in control of my bladder, and it made me feel empowered, healthy, strong, and carefree. This supplement that I stumbled upon by pure luck has changed my life. Confitrol24. Confitrol24 is a clinically proven and 100% natural supplement formulated specifically for women to help you regain control of your bladder and combat urinary incontinence effectively. With Confitrol24, it is possible to enjoy life again with less worry about embarrassing leaks and discomfort. Regular use of Confitrol24 will help you to reduce leakage, decrease urination urgency, enhance bladder tone, support urinary tract health, and promote anti-aging of the bladder. What makes Confitrol24 so unique is the patented blend of ingredients called Urox. Urox combines raw horsetail extract, lindera aggregata, and another specialized blend called Cratevox. Cratevox is a specialized extract of 3-leaved caper that ensures the highest quality and effectiveness. Only the purest forms of these herbal extracts are used in the Urox formula, to effectively assist bladder control issues by strengthening and toning the bladder wall's muscles, pelvic floor, and sphincter, and the connective tissue in the surrounding area that allows the bladder to fill appropriately and empty effectively. Targeting the health of all the muscles and tissues surrounding the bladder is what makes the Urox bladder control formula so effective, and also different from other natural remedies. The results of the Urox blend have been repeatedly proven in controlled clinical studies to effectively reduce symptoms of an overactive bladder, incontinence, and the use of pads or diapers in just 8 weeks or less. In fact, Confitrol24 is so effective that top medical professionals are starting to take notice. Listen to what Dr. Lauren Schultz, a board-certified urologist, has to say about Confitrol24.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lauren Schultz. I'm a board-certified urologist practicing urology in Manhattan, New York, and I'm also one of only 500 female urologists in the world. I know there are thousands of women out there struggling with occasional urinary incontinence, nighttime urination, and poor bladder control. They have to be careful about making social plans, figure out where the bathroom is wherever they go in case of an emergency, and often feel embarrassed or ashamed about their bladder issues. Living with bladder issues can make you miserable and severely affect your quality of life. But now there's a new way to help manage your bladder, and it doesn't involve expensive surgery or even medication. I've been helping patients for over 10 years and specialize in women's health and female urological disorders. And I'm always staying on top of the latest trends and news in the industry, the things that can change the lives of my patients. That's why I'm excited to share that there's finally a non-prescription, non-invasive way to help manage symptoms of urinary incontinence and bladder issues. Confitrol24 is now available in the United States, and the formula has already won several awards for its outstanding benefits. This formula has been clinically proven to help with occasional urinary incontinence, so you can finally combat your bladder control issues effectively and naturally. This means finally having greater control over embarrassing leakage, finally reducing unexpected feelings of urgency, and even being able to improve the health of your urinary tract. The great thing is, Confitrol24 is made only with herbal ingredients that enhance the body's natural rhythms and processes. It's made with a patented Urox blend that works from the inside out to target the delicate muscles of the bladder. This proprietary blend is made with ingredients like Cratovox that help support bladder tone, and Lindera aggregata helps improve the health of your entire urinary system. That means your bladder can get stronger and healthier as you continue taking it. So whether you're dealing with an overactive bladder, leakage, or discomfort that's getting in the way of you living your life to the fullest, there's now a way to help manage your symptoms safely and naturally. I'm thrilled to be able to recommend Confitrol24 to my patients, and it's available without a prescription. Plus, it has a 67-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you can send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Click below to learn more about Confitrol24, and I'm sure you'll see why I stand behind this amazing, potentially life-changing product.
Confitrol24 helped me to curb my incontinence issue within weeks without back-breaking crunches or complicated Kegel exercises, and it can do the same for you. Let's face it, your leaking might be the reason you are not enjoying life as much as you should be. Imagine you can break free from having to worry so much about those embarrassing accidents. Imagine no longer having to wonder where the nearest bathroom is when you go out, and no longer having to wear baggy clothes to hide the contours of your panty liner or diaper. Imagine you will finally be able to live an active lifestyle without having to wear dark clothes to hide any wetness, no longer having to miss out on fun activities with your family and friends, being able to sleep through the night, and finally, having the confidence and newly found energy to take life head-on. This is what Confitrol24 did for me, and what it can do for you as well. Today, you can get your own supply of Confitrol24 for the lowest price it has ever been. Get a 1-month supply of Confitrol24 for only $49.99. That's right. For only $49.99, you can start to experience the relief that Confitrol24 can provide. You will start to notice a decrease in leakage when you sneeze, cough, or exercise. Your urination frequency will start to decrease. You will have less of a need to urinate during the evenings. Yes, You can start to experience the revitalizing benefits of Confitrol24 within 30 days of using it. But to get the full and lasting effects of this life-changing supplement, you need to continue taking it. That is why Confitrol24 is available in bulk packages that offer you even more significant discounts. You can get a 2-month supply for only $89.99, saving you $9.99. You can save even more by getting the 3-month package for only $124.99, saving you a substantial $24.98. The Gold and Platinum packages offer the maximum value for your money. Here, you can get a full 6-month supply of Confitrol24 for only $239.99, saving you an incredible $59.95. Or the 12-month Platinum package for only $399.99, saving you massive $199.89. Both the Gold and Platinum packages come with free global shipping. Confitrol24 is a clinically proven and cost-effective alternative to help take control of your bladder. Just think about the money you've spent on panty liners, doctors, and medication over the years. I personally know how this can be a terrible financial burden. The low cost of Confitrol24 is so much cheaper than living with this condition. And we're not even talking about the cost and risks involved with surgery yet. For less than the cost of a cup of coffee per day, you could take back control and start to live the life you deserve. The manufacturers of Confitrol24 is so confident that it will work for you, they are willing to take on all the risks themselves. You get a complete 67-day money-back guarantee. If you don't see results within the first 67 days, you can return your unused supply of Confitrol24 for a money-back guarantee. No hassles and no questions asked. It's a simple process, and you won't risk anything. With one click, you could experience life without leaking, with zero risk of losing the purchase price. Just imagine how excited your husband or boyfriend will be when you are no longer avoiding intimacy with him. Imagine how it will feel to finally go out together again without worrying about stained clothes and other humiliating situations. Picture yourself fitting into a light-colored summer dress without having to worry so much about leak spots when in public. You're only one click away from living a more carefree life with less to worry about. But right now, you've come to a crossroads where you have to make an important decision. The first choice is to not invest in Confitrol24. You can continue to carry a spare panty liner in your purse whenever you step out. You can continue to wear black clothing to cover up your accidents. You can continue to listen to people saying, "It's just a part of getting older." I don't want you to carry this burden when you have a proven and natural solution right in front of you. That's why I'm urging you to consider option 2. Get your supply of Confitrol24. You'll soon experience new confidence, and you take control of your bladder issues. You'll smile as you start to feel little improvements day by day. You'll start to feel healthier and experience greater pleasure from everyday tasks. The joy you'll have if you can finally leave the house without a panty liner, wearing your skinny jeans or a beautiful white dress, and get compliments on how confident you look. You can't wait to get your partner home for some alone time, because you deserve the confidence that comes with total control and experiencing more fulfilling pleasure. In short, you're experiencing the life you were meant to live. And today is your opportunity to take the first step towards that life by choosing your package of Confitrol24 to help you manage your embarrassing problem once and for all. Your commitment to watching this far shows me that you're dedicated to solving your bladder issues. And with Confitrol24, you get a high-quality supplement that could give you life-changing results only a few weeks from now. If for any reason you're not happy with your results, you have a full 67 days to return it with a money-back guarantee. Most women go through life not knowing how to address their leakage issues. But today, you have the option to do it quickly, easily, and 100% naturally. I know you don't want to live a life filled with embarrassment and concern. Click the button below right now to get on track with the healthy and happy life you've always wanted. The order process is 100% secure, and it is a one-time payment, so you will never be billed again. Thank you so much for watching. Click the button right now and join thousands of women who have curbed their incontinence and leakage issues with the help of Confitrol24. Still here? If you are, you probably need some additional information questions regarding Confitrol24. Well, let me answer some of the most common questions you might have. Will you share my name or email address with anyone? Never. Your privacy is important to us. We will never trade, lease, or sell your name or email address. What will I see appear on my credit card statement? Credit card charges will appear on your statement as leadingedgehealth.com or www.liminternet.com. What are the key ingredients? The Urox proprietary blend is made of Lindera aggregata extract, horsetail, Equisetum arvense extract, and Cratebox 3-leaf caper, Crateva norvala extract. This is a doctor-formulated product made with natural extracts that work synergistically. What exactly is Confitrol24? Confitrol24 supports healthy bladder tone and can help those who have poor bladder control. It contains herbal extracts that have been used medicinally to restore healthy bladder function. Clinical research shows that this unique, patented formulation helps support healthy bladder function and rejuvenated bladder tone. How do you ship my products? Your Confitrol24 order is shipped discreetly in a plain package with a shipping label from Leading Edge. Orders shipped within the continental US typically take 2 to 7 days to arrive, depending on the shipping option you choose. Orders of $100 or more automatically receive free shipping. How will Confitrol24 improve my life? The proprietary Urox blend helps to improve bladder control naturally. It's been proven to improve bladder tone and performance for women at any age. It's designed to help anyone who is dealing with frequent bathroom visits, sudden urge to urinate, stress and activity leaks, bedwetting, and accidental leakage. Are there any side effects? This is an all-natural product. In clinical studies, people using it had no side effects that resulted in withdrawal from the study. Do you guarantee your product? Absolutely. We back your purchase of Confitrol24 with an industry-leading money-back guarantee that gives you 67 days to test our product. Please try our products for 67 days, and if for any reason you are not completely satisfied, simply return the unused portion in the original container within 67 days of receiving your order, 60 days plus 1 week return shipping, and we will refund you 100% of the product purchase price, excluding shipping and handling. How long does it take to work? Based on clinical research, results can be expected after 2 to 4 weeks of use, with best effects at 2 months. Will this interfere with any medication I'm taking? If you are taking medication or have any type of health condition, always check with your healthcare practitioner before taking any supplements. Click the button right now and join thousands of women who have curbed their incontinence and leakage issues with the help of Confitrol24.